Hey guys, welcome back to Ferguson Family Danes. Today we're just going to do a vlog video and give you some updates. So I'm so thankful that Michaela was here when we went on our family camp. Here's a few pictures. We had such a wonderful time. It's such a encouragement to our spirits to be around like-minded families and be built up in our Christian faith, and it just inspires us to come home on fire for God and continue to point to Him, because the daily grind is just difficult and it's hard and we lose focus sometimes. So we're so thankful to, have like-minded families and just get reconnected and focus our minds on the Lord. But we are back to the grind. I am no longer pregnant. Woohoo! Here is our beautiful little baby that we had the end of March, and I've just been in baby heaven and snuggling and everything, so it has been such a blessing. So that's one family update. And then another family update is we are officially licensed and inspected as a kennel. The dog warden came last week and did our inspection, and we are all set up and good to go. So I feel like we're in the swing of things with cleaning and everything. So yeah, things are going really well. Here the children are cleaning up some beds. We have all the outside kennels cleaned up, and some of the children are taking the dogs for a walk. We do not have our fencing done. My husband got all the posts pounded in and some of the bracing along the sides or corners, but we do not have the actual fences up yet. So that will be the next kennel project, and then we'll be good for summertime to let them run. They'll have all this room down here to run, so I'm so excited about that. And I've kind of been holding off on doing some projects around the house as far as like planting things and buying patio furniture, because I'll just be completely honest, the boys are studs. Their job is to mark their territory and breed, and that's what they do. They go around literally every single porch post and pee on every porch post, and all my flowers and stuff, they have their favorites. I had to remove some of my evergreens that they just peed on, and I can't catch every time. And so anyway, I'm excited to do some of those projects around the house once we get these fences in, and then, and then that way they can just be out and free to roam and stuff, because we obviously can't watch them 24/7. So when we take them out for walks and stuff, obviously we're gonna make sure they're not peeing on everything and stuff as we go on a walk, but at least they'll be able to run and stuff outside when we're not with them. Rylan has been loving, right? Yeah, she's been helping in the kennel the last few days since we got back from our family camp, and is really enjoying it. So that's super fun. Colt and Remy are doing really well. Michaela gave you the update on Clover and Remy. I'm gonna take Clover. I think someone's playing. He was just spraying it in the air. Oh, fun little boys. I will take her for a blood test next week to see if she did in fact take. Rylan, will you dry this off for me?
And Clover actually walked this out on leash.
Yeah, so here I'll put up this clip. I'm sure Michaela will post a cute reel about it, but here I was on a walk with Clover the other day, right on top of Rylan's face. And I took the leash off and she stayed right beside me. She didn't bolt or anything. So anyway, I have a blood test for her next week to see if she did in fact take with Remy when they tied. And we've just been putting her in the house with us to try to get her more acclimated and more comfortable, because she is still so skittish. So we're just gonna keep her with us. Here's the fencing over here that we need to put up. But yeah, so we've been, giving Clover a little more TLC, keeping her with us and out of the kennel as much in anticipation of her puppies. So we'll talk about that video if she is in fact pregnant, but we'll wait to check back next time to find out. And then Rylan and I are gonna do a little, well, I'm anticipating it will take a while, but maybe not. Maybe we'll get in the groove of it. So we got these red pins, and we put up this mural here of the United States. So I thought it would be so fun to mark with a little pin where all of our puppies are and where we have sold all of them. So we're gonna try to do that super fast. I'm hoping it will go well. So we're gonna try, I'm just gonna set up the camera like I said, and here's all of our binders for Kimber and Benelli puppies and paperwork and stuff. So I'll pull all those addresses and we're just gonna start punching them out up there. Okay, so Rylan's all set up. She's got her pins here and her hammer, and I have the computer or my tablet and the binder here. So I'm just gonna read off places to her, show them where they're at, and she's gonna get them in. So hopefully it goes quickly. So we just finished all of Kimber's, and Kimber has had a lot less puppies than Benelli. But this is Kimber's so far. Very East Coast heavy. There's a couple far away. I thought you'd be able to see it a lot better, but you really can't. So anyway, we might do, it took us about 24 minutes to do that, and my helper left, so backup is here now. So we're gonna start on Benelli's. So this is a little harder than what we thought because the board is super hard. It's not soft wood because it's plywood, and the pins are super cheap and weak. So every time we go to pound it, it like bends, and so this is a little bit more difficult than what we thought. But the next one that we're gonna put up is Nova Scotia, Canada. So it's not even technically on our map. This is a great plug, that's the word I'm looking for homeschooling. We are learning geography today and where all the states are. So this has been a really, really good homeschool project because we're learning where the states are. So Nova Scotia, Jency, is not in our country. Our country, what country do we live in? No, Pennsylvania is the state. What country do we live in? No, United States of America. That's the country. So all of this, well, minus Alaska and Hawaii, okay, is the United States of America. And how many states are there? 50. And we live in what state? Pennsylvania. Okay? So all of this is the United States of America. But we sold a puppy to a different country. No, that would be cool. But no, Canada. Canada is all the way up here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Wow,
And Nova Scotia is kind of on an island right over here. So Nova Scotia is like right over here. Okay? Yep. Yep, you got it. So we're almost done. We're on to Benelli's last two litters. My second helper was like, I'm done, this sucks. Just because then I did not realize how heavy East Coast we were, which makes sense, but especially Pennsylvania, which again makes sense because that's where we're from. So you can see some random ones like Georgia, Arkansas, Kentucky, Virginia, Wisconsin, Illinois, you know, all these different places, Vermont, Massachusetts. But the majority of them are Pennsylvania. So we are major East Coast, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, or southern New York, New Jersey area heavy, which is pretty cool to see. But anyway, but then we started knocking them out because we weren't driving them in really deeply. And then when we go to put another one in, it was marked off. So, or we'd knock it off. So anyway, I've kind of been putting off that project because I kind of felt like it was going to go that way. And it took us about 40 minutes to do Benelli's because she has had a lot more puppies than Kimber. So anyway, that's an update on that. So I'm so glad that we got that project done. I've been meaning to do that for quite a while, well, a few months anyway, which to me is a long time because once something's in my brain, I want to get it done and out. So anyway, super glad that that is done. I'm going to get my stuff packed up here and go inside. But I did want to give you guys just a couple other updates that I was thinking as we were working. One is I did a bed review of raised beds, and at the time they looked like they were going to be super durable, and the frames have been just fine. But so we bought, I don't know, like 8 of them, and they are almost all falling apart. So Luca was out here spraying them off, which it looks like one kind of fell. Let me turn the camera around. So anyway, these beds that we got look like they were going to be really good, but they have started, and it's just not very sunny today, so things are not drying very well after we power wash them. Normally things dry really well, and they're just not today. So like this is a good example right here. See what's happening? So I just bought all of these new beds to go in the kennel, and they're all ripping apart and they look terrible. So I've already thrown 2. Sorry about that, guys. My phone died, which makes sense after recording for an hour and a half. Shooting B-roll film. But anyways, you can see that those beds, I don't know if there was like a weight limit or something on it, but they're all, pulling apart. So I don't know if it just wasn't good for heavier dogs. Anyway, so I contacted the company and they're going to give me store credit, which is good. So anyway, we're going to have to figure out something else to do in there with the beds. One other update is Kimber just got spayed. I'll show you, which I just plugged in my phone, but you can see her right there with her cone on. And she's doing well, recovering well. She got spayed a week ago, yesterday. So she will have her checkup next week. But this is something that is really difficult for me as a breeder because I know that this is part of it. Rylan, why don't you let her out for a little bit, please? Also, parenting tip. I don't know if you have walkie-talkies, but they are so, so helpful. Hey, Hayden. She's downstairs planting her flowers. Have you let Kimber out and given her her meds for the day yet?
Yes, I did.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Walkie-talkies are awesome, especially when people are outside and doing all kinds of chores. And say hi, Rylan. But when you get more dogs, you cannot... Maybe other breeders can do this. So maybe if you have an issue with this, find a different breeder that's something that you feel more comfortable with. But breeding is not my number one priority. My children are, and raising them. And we do that. Part of how we raise them is we breed Great Danes and they love it and we enjoy it. But once we have found for us, once you get so many dogs, you just can't attach to all of them and you can't be with all of them all the time. So, we rotate our dogs around in the house. And so I don't know what has shifted, but if you've been following our channel at all, our oldest, biological daughter, Hayden, has really been Kimber's master. And I don't know if she started to disconnect herself because Kimber was losing so many puppies. That was really hard on her emotionally. but she's just not connecting with her. She's not spending time with her the way that she should be. And if we only had Kimber and Benelli and we didn't have any other dogs, then I would say, you know what, you're going to have to get over it. And this is your dog, and you have committed to this dog's lifetime, and you're going to have to make time for her. However, we have 8 other dogs out in the kennel. And if she is not going to connect with her inside, then we need to find a home for her because we have all these other dogs. And it's not fair to Kimber to not have somebody that's, you know, really with her one-on-one. So we listed her on Good Dog, and I think that there is a market for well-trained adult dogs. And anyway, I've had numerous applications for her as of the past couple days, which we only listed her a couple days ago, and I had a phone call yesterday. So anyway, I think that that's the direction that we're going to end up going with Kimber. And I don't love it, but I have to, regardless of how I feel, make the best decision for the dog and our family. And it can be a tough decision, but you know, I said I was going to be open and honest. And I'm sure some people aren't going to like this, and that's okay. But anyway, so we're probably going to head that direction. We'll do some updated videos as we figure that out and cross that bridge. But I think that was the last update that I was going to give. So I think we'll wrap up this video. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Put any comments below. I really don't welcome mean ones, but whatever. It is what it is. And we'll see you here in the next one. Bye.